a lot of herbal traditions, like there isn't the quote unquote, the science, the understanding of the mechanism, but they just knew. They had this intuitive knowing, this understanding that, okay, arnica does this will do that.
Grandma said.
Yeah, grandma said.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Chicken soup for a cold.
Right.
But it actually works because of the minerals that are in the fat.
Right.
Of a chicken. It's in the skin.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean you go to Colonel Saunders when you have a cold. You have to make soup from a whole chicken.
Yeah.
And the minerals that are in there actually help balance. I'm even forgetting how it all works now. It's been a while since I was teaching that stuff. But chicken soup for a cold is right. It's just the thing to do. It works.
Yeah.
So Grandma, she didn't know how and why.
Totally.
She just knew that it worked, right? And things like that got passed on for generations, right?
Yeah, and so much of science is just kind of catching up to, okay, now we can explain it. Here's the mechanisms that are going on, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, fermentation, right? Like, people always did it. They knew that it worked. They knew how to initiate the process. They might have had different stories and ideas of what was going on, but the process was happening regardless. And
were ferments only done in our environment in the fall? Was it a way of preserving food from your garden?
That was a big part of it. Yeah, but
people didn't have freezers back then.
No. Yeah, right.
Canning happened.
Well, and I would say canning was even much later, than fermentation, of course. So, yeah, 100%. Like one of the main mechanisms why people would ferment was to primarily preserve the food. And I'm sure it was accidental, right? A lot of these things where it just happened and it was like, oh, this actually tastes pretty good. Now I feel pretty good. How could I replicate that? And so we've had this long history of fermentation, and only recently has science gone in like, okay, it's these types of bacteria that are consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.